Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Kylene and I am a mom to 2 kids. My son Rocky is 3.5 and my daughter Echo is 2, and I wanted to share with you guys their updated playroom. I filmed a video like this about a 1.5 years ago when their playroom was actually upstairs in our loft, and a lot has changed since then. If you guys want to check out that video, I will leave it linked down below, but that's definitely more for like new toddler and baby, whereas this new space is definitely for like full-blown toddlers. I was absolutely obsessed with the way that space turned out, but I realized very quickly it was not very practical for our family, being that our kitchen is downstairs, and so I wasn't able to do a lot when they were playing, and I really just had to stay there with them. And anytime I would try to wander downstairs to our kitchen, they would follow. And so about a year ago, I moved our play space downstairs to what used to be my office. And I've been really wrestling with this space ever since then. This room is a lot smaller than our loft, and trying to fit everything that was once up there down here really did not work out. So for the last year, I have been rearranging and wrestling with all of our furniture pieces for our kids, and I have finally come up with the perfect solution. So our downstairs playroom is more for functional play. It has like our kitchen, and it has our sensory table, it has all of our toys and all of our just like imaginary play, whereas upstairs has all of our climbing things now, which I will share with you guys at the end of the video. But I've really found that splitting it up this way has been really beneficial. They can go upstairs and play crazy and climb and jump and swing and slide and do all of those things, and then they can come down here and play very intentionally and very creatively while I am in the kitchen cooking or doing really anything else throughout the house. I'm gonna go through this room with you guys inch by inch. I have really spent the last year trying to understand the way my kids play and to create a very intentional and encouraging space where I can get the most independent play out of them. And then I'm also gonna share where I currently store toys that are out of rotation. If you guys wanna learn how I rotate my toys, I will leave the link to the video that I did for the last playroom, because that's still the same method. I just do it a little bit less because life is a little bit crazier and I honestly just like forget sometimes. But I am still such a big believer in toy rotation. My kids play so much better when I rotate their toys every couple of weeks, and it allows me a lot of independent play. Can you tell that's what I kind of focus on, is just getting my kids to play and be creative and learn through play. And then I'll also be sharing my kids' favorite toys and companies or brands that I like the most, as well as how I accommodate 2 toddlers that are both toddlers but at different ages of toddlers, different genders, that kind of thing. Lastly, I will say, because I know I'm gonna get some hate on this, but yes, I am a sad beige mom. Yes, my kids see color. There's plenty of color in here, but I really like to create a warm and neutral and calm space for my kids to come and be in and to just be able to explore. I promise my kids see color, and I promise that I care about my kids' development way more than anyone else. So with all those disclaimers out there, let's get into the playroom tour. When you walk into my home down the hall, this is the first thing that you see, so it's only fitting that I did an entire statement wall of wallpaper. This is the wavy check in sage and ivory from Rocky Mountain Decals, and I think it looks so cool and retro in here, and I could not love it more. This is now the 3rd room in my house that has wallpaper from Rocky Mountain Decals, and I could not recommend it more. It is peel and stick, so it's easy to do, although I did do it by myself and there are plenty of imperfections. I highly recommend you be patient and you have a friend help you out, but still doing it on my own, I feel like it turned out absolutely beautiful, and it definitely made a huge statement in this room and made it look like I was way better at interior design than I really am. I decided to keep this wall pretty neutral because the wall behind me is definitely loaded with things, but I just wanted to have this little sign that says the Rodriguez Playroom. I found that canvas from Amazon, and then I used my Cricut to write on it, and of course sitting below has to be some Cuddle and Kind dolls because they are a staple in my kids' life, and I just think it's so cute sitting under there. This guitar is a toddler guitar from the company Loog, and I love it so much. Unfortunately, it did lose a string when a friend came over to play, and so it's kind of more on display right now until I can find another string, but it looks so cute up there. And then just sitting on this side, I have this car garage that was custom made for Rocky. How dang cute that it says Rocky's Garage. I seriously love it so much, but the kids have been absolutely obsessed with it. It has a few ramps, it has like this elevator, and then it has like this gate to pass. This is like a pump for gas. It is seriously just so cute and functional, and the kids have been playing so much with it. If you've been around since my first playroom tour, then you would have seen we had one of these. This is the COLLABS unit from IKEA, and when I had it, it was all open, but I saw that you can actually add inserts to them, and so I tried to create like a little built-in situation, and as you can see, it doesn't fully go against the wall, and I'm totally fine with that. But I kept the 4 in the middle open for a toy rotation, and then I added cabinets and drawers to the sides of them. If you guys are curious, it basically comes with like a piece of wood that you like drill into the side, and then you attach the doors, and it's literally as simple as that. And this is where I store a ton of the kids' toys, especially toys that have like lots of little pieces. This cabinet has all of our Toy Story toys, and I promise we have more than Buzz in there. That is just what gets played the most, but we have like Rex, Woody, Jessie, like all of those just in a basket together. And then in this cabinet, we have another basket full of all of the Avengers. My kids, Echo included, love playing with these. So we have like some bad guys in here, and we have a bunch of the Avengers, and they do so much imaginary play with these toys. In this drawer here are all of Echo's princesses. We have like these little figurines, and then we have like the bigger dolls too. She is not super into playing with these yet. I'm really excited for her to be, but they're there just in case she wants to. And then in here are her dresses. We just have Anna and Elsa. Again, she really loves to play what Rocky wants to play, and so she doesn't really love those dresses. And most times you can actually find her in one of Rocky's costumes, which are shoved in here. So we have like Captain America, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, some Spider-Man, and then down below here, I think we have like some masks. Yeah, a lot of stuff doesn't actually fit in here, so it's in the overflow of the storage, which I'll share with you guys later. But that is what is in those cabinets. And then over here, we have Magna tiles. These time and time again, my kids play with. I have these ones on wheels. I have the one with the track where you can like set up a car going, and then I just have the regular ones. And then in here is all of like the blocks and sensory cubes, so they can just build kind of whatever they are feeling like building. This drawer contains all of our trains and cars. There are some cars on display right now. This is basically organized chaos. I know what's in here, but it doesn't look super pretty, which is why I love that I can just shut it. And then right here, we have the way to play roads, where they can make roads for all of those cars and trains to drive on. We have the rainbows for like bridges. We have some people, so a lot of imaginary play gets done there too. This drawer has another road situation. It's like the train tracks, and then like little shops, signs, and then this is like a mat that has a road on it as well. And then this is our music drawer, just with all the fun music items that we have. I really love encouraging this kind of play as well, although they do forget about it sometimes, which is why I like to put one music item here to kind of encourage it there first, and then remind them that the rest are in here. I am just realizing how dirty that looks. It is like sticky, and I can't get it off, so that's amazing. I also wanted to note that I changed the hardware on here to make it look more custom. It came with these like little silver knobs that literally were just like without this handle, and I didn't love it, and so I switched it out for a gold detail, since the curtain rods and the light in here are gold too. This is gonna be so backlit, so just bear with me, but speaking of gold, the light and curtain rod are gold, and that's what matches the hardware here. But if you guys have not added a light or curtains to your space, I highly recommend. It just makes it look so much more elevated, which I didn't think you needed in a playroom, but I'm telling you, that alone transformed this space so much. These 8 cubes are what get rotated the most for toy rotation, as well as things up top here. I do feel like this style of play is kind of more geared to younger kids. Like when I have babies that can lay down or just sit up, having something for them to pick right here is super functional, which I love because I'm still gonna have more kids, so that will still allow for them to be included in this space. But the majority of toys that I keep up here are from Love Every. This is the only one that's not. It's from Lalo. I love that company. I always have. I just feel like the toys make so much sense to the age and stage that your kid is at, and I just love them so much. I will always sing their praises. This is a bin of cars though for the toy garage. That is it for this half of the playroom. I do feel like that's the majority of our toys. I try my best not to buy my kids toys often, because I feel like kids really just like get obsessed with new things. And so if you just rotate your toys, everything kind of seems new again to them. And I really have found that works super well, because when I have bought my kids new toys in the past, often they get over them or they get broke within like a week. And I'm like, okay, that is why I stick to my method of like open-ended play, and like the things in the cabinets, like the magnet tiles, we use for so many different things. And I feel like the kids like them because they're multifaceted. Like we can build an Avenger base for the Marvels, or we can build a city with people and play like mom and dad. There's so many options with that style of play, and I highly recommend you guys check it out if you haven't with your kids already. I really had a hard time with what rug to put in here, and I found this one and I loved it so much. First of all, it's functional. Like Rocky will jump on the letters and say them, and I feel like it's really good for letter recognition, but it's also beautiful. I love the pop of yellow with just like the green and like the tans. I just think it goes so well together. I threw our wobble board in the middle, and the kids have been surfing in here quite a bit, or just like flipping it over and putting the roads on it to make it like a bridge, and it's just been so functional and fun, and I'm really happy that that's what I came up with. This is my last backlit space, so just bear with me with the crazy lighting, but this piece is also from Child Universe Co. It is a dollhouse that also functions as a shelf, and look at the cute little embroidery for her name. It's seriously so beautiful. It is massive, and I am currently using it as like a pretend play area for Echo. So I have on the first shelf a bunch of stuffed animals. Again, you're gonna see a lot of the Cuddle and Kind dolls because those are just my favorite, but the idea is that she can do any of these things with the stuffed animals. So here we have a teapot she can have a little tea party with. Right here is a basket full of like doctor supplies. She can play doctor with them. This is a makeup bag. She can do makeup with the dolls. And then in here, I have a bunch of silks from Sarah Silks. That is another company that I love. We also have her sword for pretend play, and Rocky loves it. But these are just the rainbow of scarves, and we love to use those for like capes for the dolls, or we'll make a bridge and use like this under the bridge for water and these as trees, or whatever the kids are feeling. I feel like, again, it just encourages so much imagination and creative play. Here is an overview of the other half of the room. We have a lot going on here in a little bit of space, but I'm very happy with how it turned out because I feel like it is so functional and the kids love playing with everything here. First up is this Tony shelf wall, which I have to give all credit to my friend Artemisa. She found this at IKEA, and this shelf was $10. It is clearly not made for the Tonys, but it is the most perfect display for them. Some of them do not fit underneath in the height of the shelf, which is why those are on the outside, but it was able to display the majority of our Tonys, and the kids love it. They love seeing all of their options, and they love coming up here and picking one that they can listen to while they play. I am currently editing this video, and I realized I did not rave about Tonys, which I don't know how I did not. If you guys do not have a Tonys box, you need one. It is one of our most used toddler toys, and it reduces our screen time by so much. So literally, if you get anything from this video, go get yourself a Tony box. Right below the shelf is the kids' play kitchen, which they get so much use out of this thing. It is just the kitchen from IKEA, but I made it over when I got it. So I just got new handles, a new wooden dowel, and then I spray painted that, which you can see is chipping. I made a new stove top and switched those handles too, which I believe I shared that in the last video. But the kids have gotten so much use out of this. As you can see, this is like stained like that, and it's been chipping, but that is truly just because they play so much in here. They always make us coffee. If we are making dinner, they will come in here and make food as well. I was watching over my video that I did for the last playroom, and I realized we have not purchased like any other play food, and they still play so well. So this is just a pizza set with like a hat and a mitt. And then this is the Melissa and Doug like 4-piece set that we have had this entire time. And then on this side, we just have like the cupcakes, utensils, some plates, and like some baking stuff. But truly, even with not adding any toys in here, the kids are still so obsessed with their play kitchen. Next to the play kitchen is the kids' play fridge. This is new. I got this for Echo's birthday when she turned 2. And it is so dang cute, but I will say it's not the most sturdy play kitchen. There are some pieces that have unfortunately already broke. Like this is supposed to have something that closes over that, and that's already popped off. And then this is like an ice cube dispenser that I don't feel like actually works. Like the ice does not come out, even though like I can fill the hole and it should come out. But it is cute, and it does serve the purpose of a freezer and a fridge, which you can see too here, like this is supposed to stay, but that like falls. And that is a random dog treat. That is a toy that Echo put in there. But I do love having a play fridge. I feel like it just like extends the whole kitchen play, and the kids have loved the fact that they have a fridge. And then on top here is just a little mixer. My kids personally like the mixer and the coffee machine because that is what we use a lot in our house. And so they see me using this and they help me with those two items, but we get a lot of play with those two kitchen accessories. Right above the fridge is our Lego station, which again, I cannot take credit for. Artemisa again saw this at IKEA and picked it up for me, and I am obsessed with it. I think it is so fun, and it is such a good way to store Legos. My crazy ass, of course, had to color code them, but these have all of the pieces, and then up here is like a little display shelf. We just got these little mini ones, and so Rocky and I built that and this lion yesterday, which was so fun. It is very good for like the pincer grasp, like hand-eye coordination skills, because the pieces are so small. Definitely not good if you have a baby, but my kids are toddlers and know not to put it in their mouth. I had to purchase Legos for that wall. We have not been a huge Lego family quite yet because, like I said, our kids are 2 and 3, but it made me so excited to just continue to do more Legos with them and to grow our collection because Rocky had so much fun with it, and it truly is such like a fun thing to do. I feel like it's like another hobby that we can do as a family, which I love. Right below there is this little just shelf hanging rack for the kids. I have Echo's stroller that we got for Christmas this year. She absolutely loves this thing. It is from Playroom Collective, and it is clearly so beautiful, but I love that it has the seat and it has like a little purse here. She always shoves random things in there, and I love seeing what she collected. But that's here, and then she has her little purse. This has some diapers and bottles in there, and then we have these little bags for them to go grocery shopping, little aprons that say their names on it while they're cooking, and then this is for her dog. It's a little dog purse. And then last but not least is my little learning corner. So I have all of these books, and I absolutely love having books out. I'm just realizing there are 2 books on here that I didn't put up here that don't look as cute. And that was in those clips, but I am not going to refilm that. That is totally fine. But I just love having books on display that my kids can grab, and I love switching them out seasonally. I do that for Easter, Valentine's Day, Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. I know I'm crazy, but I will always spend money on my kids reading because I just feel like they can learn so much from that. So those are the shelves. Those are from Amazon. I also found these little cork boards from Amazon, and the intent behind those are to display my kids' drawings, one for Rocky, one for Echo. A lot of their drawings are actually on our fridge right now, so I need to move them, but that is what those are for. And then below here, we have the kids' sensory table that also doubles as like a desk for them. This weather board here is from Love Every. My kids love like asking what day it is, and Rocky likes to see if it's like a school day or a home day. But this sensory table is actually from Etsy. I tried to get the IKEA one for years, and I could not find them. And then I found these stools off of Amazon that just like fit perfectly underneath, so it saves some space. But this is their sensory table, which I absolutely love. Sensory play. I wish that I had an activity all cutely displayed for you guys right now, but I just could not be bothered. This is an activity they did recently where they made like little cupcakes. My friend Artemisa again made like a little bin like this for Echo's birthday party, and so we have just reused it with like Play-Doh and rice that was dyed as sprinkles and some like candles and little puppies and all that kind of stuff. But love having a sensory table for all the sensory play for my kids. On top of the sensory table is also where I will display like coloring books, although I do keep their like little container of markers out of the playroom and make sure I am present when they're coloring to prevent them from going crazy with the markers. And then as far as the sensory table goes, I do try to do sensory as often as I can. It used to look like once a week. I used to be such a hardcore sensory girl, but life has gotten crazier. My toddlers have gotten busier, and so it's more like once a month now, but I would really love to get back into that a little bit more consistently, and I love having that option. My kids always play so well with anything that I do as far as sensory play. Like I can easily get like 30 minutes to an hour out of them if I create some sort of creative sensory bin. Last but not least is the flag banner up top. I do feel like it fills this space up so well, and I think it's super cute, although I do wish I got one that had more color. Just the one I was looking at didn't have the colorway that I really wanted to, so I just played it safe and went with like the neutral browns, but I do feel like if I were to add one that maybe had some like retro colors and like some yellow and green and pink, it would like pop a little bit more. So I may end up switching that out. I don't know if it's too late to return and swap out, but I do like that the decor is coming up the wall just like it is on the wallpaper side. As far as toy storage goes, I do use this Harry Potter closet off our stairs here, and I'm going to warn you, this thing needs some reorganizing, but again, could not be bothered to do that before this video, as well as I've just spent so much time with that room. But we had these shelves in our office previously, and I just used them as a storage solution under here, because before all of the toys were in a closet upstairs, and to rotate and go up and down the stairs was absolutely not happening. So this was organized at one point, but I have toddlers and a husband and sometimes myself who just puts things back randomly. But this is where basically everything that we don't use is currently stored. And yeah, there's nothing cute about it, but that is real life for me, and that's how we do it. This is what my loft currently looks like. This is where they get all of their jumping and climbing and swinging and sliding out, and the kids love this space as well. This ladder we hung way too high, but honestly the kids have loved it because we've put the nugget couch down below. But they love to climb and just like hold up there or swing here. There's a bunch of different attachments that come with it, and then we will use the nugget couch here too to create so many different climbing situations, or a slide, or just so many fun things. This piece, and this piece are all from Wood and Hearts, and we got this one for Echo's first birthday, I believe. My family all chipped in, and they love it so much. They'll climb up top here, they'll jump down from there, they'll swing, they'll slide, they'll climb here. They're like, they have just gotten so much use out of this. And then this is the pickler triangle that we have had since Rocky was like 1 year old. And again, so much use has been out of that, but this is their like free-for-all area. This is where they can just be as crazy as they want and climb as much as they want to. We do have a random workbench in here because I don't know where else to put it. And the kids surprisingly like will use it to like fix up these pieces here, so it does get used here as well. We also have a random playhouse in here that, as you can see, is full with pillows and stuffed animals and stuff, and the kids will play hide and seek in here, and it still has the banner from when Echo used it for her birthday. But there is absolutely no decor in here. You can see that there are holes in the walls from the playroom that was in here before, like all of the banners were right there, and it just got dirty around, and I honestly just cannot be bothered. They just come in here and are crazy anyways, so this is just their fun play space, and eventually I will make it over too and maybe add like rock walls and stuff like that, but for now I love this space and so do the kids. The last area, and I'm whispering because my kids are asleep behind me, but is the last little bit of toys that I have. This is where all of our extra toys used to be until I moved it downstairs, but this is basically just like overflow of baby toys that I didn't want to throw away, that I want to use for future kids. And then this is like attachments to the swing and the climbing thing up there. Like there's a swing, there's like a rope, and then I have like a play tunnel. I have the Love Every Play Gym, just like random stuff like this. This is all like sensory play, so this is definitely like a kids play area that I still use storage for, just right off of the loft play area space. That is my toddler's playroom tour. I hope that you guys loved how it turned out and loved this video. If you have any questions to anything that I did not link, or you want me to go into more depth about any area or anything that I do, leave a comment down below and I'd be happy to chat with you guys. And if you are new, if you found me through this video, definitely consider sticking around. I do a lot of vlog style content here of just sharing my life as a stay-at-home mom of 2 toddlers who is still trying to prioritize herself and have the best motherhood experience that I can. Anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.